Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Inside the Den. This is actually a special edition. This is me giving you an inside look at the Neverwinter beta from the very first beta weekend. I really wanted to give you guys this inside look so you could really see what's going on with the game, the state of the game, where it's at, what's coming, and some of the features that I really thought were cool, some of the things that I think they're going to be able to improve upon. But let's get started. Let's go into the character creation. As you can see, I do have my one character, Limpy. He's level 27. I'm going to go through the character creation process. This is actually going to be a decent length of video because I want to show you guys a lot of different stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on. Right now they've got two different servers, Mind Flayer and Dragon. I'm going to go on Mind Flayer, but let's get started. Now right out of the gate, we have 7 races to choose from, which is pretty awesome. Not a lot of games free to play have 7 races to choose from. So you've got the human, the elf, the half-elf, the dwarf, the halfling, the tiefling, and we don't really have 7. We actually have 6 because you got this one that's coming soon, which I'm guessing is going to be the drow because they're already offering that in the Founders Pack. Now I know some of you guys saw me on Twitch or in different places, and I kind of ranted a little bit about this Founders Pack. I'm going to be honest. It's worth it. Dead honest with you. Founders Pack was worth it. Getting even the less expensive one to be able to check out the game. And hey, you don't have to do it. You can sit there and you can go through and you can just wait for the game to come out. So, but if you really want to play this game, the Founders Pack is definitely worth it. So I'm going to leave it at that. Now with each class, what you're going to have is you do have male or female, so there's no gender lock. You do have these 3 different things down here. So you've got the Blood Hunt, like for the Tiefling, you've got the ability scores, and then you get the Infernal Wrath. And what that is those are kind of your racials, and they go along with whatever race you choose, and each one has a different one. I'm actually going to create, this time I'm gonna create an elf, I'm gonna go female, and I'm gonna create a cleric. Last time, this will actually give me the ability to have played all 3 classes. So far, every single class that I've played, which is so far just the fighter and the rogue, have been quite amazing, and I've been very impressed. So let's go ahead and continue. So you see we get in here, and we do have this coming soon, which I'm sure we can all guess based upon the fact that we have already seen the videos for the Control Wizard, that this coming soon is the Control Wizard. So hopefully we'll see that in the second beta weekend. You guys will be able to see me actually live stream that when that second beta weekend comes out in roughly about a month. So we do have the Trickster Rogue, and you can see as I go through each and every one of these classes down here in the bottom, you've got some basic encounter abilities, daily abilities, and then general. And we'll get into all of those, why they're labeled differently and stuff like that once we get into the game. So let's go to the Devout Cleric, or should I say Devoted Cleric. You can see graphically, I mean, it looks pretty damn good. So let's continue. Now when we get in here, we've got our ability scores, and you can actually go back and forth between a couple of different options. So I can actually make her more dexterous with +2 dex or +2 wisdom, or I can make her more intelligent with a little bonus to intelligence. Now I'm going to actually go with the dex because my wisdom, or I'm sorry, this is dex and intelligence. I want to go with my wisdom because wisdom, as we all know, controls the base is your base stat and the primary attribute for Devout Cleric. So I'm not sure why I wouldn't want to have some statistics in that. But we can also re-roll our scores. Now, as you notice, oh, it's actually changing. So this is new. So they recently patched. Before, it was literally like just flip-flopping between like 2 options. Now it's really legitimately re-rolling my scores. So I can do some legitimate re-rolls here. Now it looks like it may actually be jumping between. Nope, it's actually really legitimately re-rolling these scores. So let's see if we can get some decent dex and some wisdom. I will go with that. Why not? I got 13 strength, which is a secondary attribute of the cleric, so I feel comfortable with that. So let's go on. So it's really cool that they get that re-rolling working now. It's crazy. Over the course of this weekend, there's already been a ton of stuff that's been updated and that they've patched. So they've already found a ton of bugs and fixed a ton of stuff already, which is really impressive to me. Now we can go into these appearance presets, and we can choose a bunch of different options as far as our appearance presets. We're going to kind of go with this one for now, and I'm going to tell you why, because we're going to actually go to customize. You guys are going to see how deep the character customization actually is. So we can zoom in on her, take a look at her nice up and close, see her big pointy ears. And we've got a bunch of different options when it comes to hairstyles, and we got even like things like mohawk, and we've got a ponytail low, we've got ponytail high. You got all kinds of different stuff, and you can change the color of the hair. Now we don't have all kinds of crazy options like purples and stuff like that. You never know what may be implemented when the game comes out, but we're gonna go ahead and leave her like that. Give her some black hair, and you can see here there's a lot of options when it comes to that. We can take a look at her eyes. We can choose some really crazy stuff like these glowing eyes. We can even do like blind, right or left, hurt. We're just gonna go with glowing. Let's go with some eyebrows. I'm sure there'll be plenty more of these added in as we get closer and closer to the... Got some background noise there. I'm sure you guys enjoyed that. I'm sure we're gonna get more and more of these as we get closer and closer to the launch, but it's really cool that they already have this many. And we can start, you know, very young. We can start fair. We can get her rugged or elderly. We're gonna make her young. No horns, that's obviously on the tieflings. They've got some different tattoo options. Now she is a cleric, so we're gonna keep the tattoos to a minimum. You know, come on, she's devout for a reason. So maybe we'll give her just this one cheek tattoo. Or maybe we'll give her these ones around the eyes. That one's kind of cool. So let's see, scars. Nope, she's not scarred. And then you've got some face scaling. So we can change all kinds of stuff and really make her look exactly the way that we want to. And then we can go to body shape. We're going to go with default tone, but we can make her heavy. Let's zoom out a little bit so you guys can see that. And we can also make her slim. We'll make her toned, and then we can go to body scaling just like the other options that we had. We're going to take her heels up. We can make her nails super long. Look at those things go. We're not going to do that though. Shoulder width, we'll take those shoulders a little bit wider. Chest width is good. Depth is good. Waist width, we're going to take her way down. Make her nice and curvy. Take her waist depth down as well. And I think we're pretty good there. But you see, you have a lot of options with these sliders. You can really play with this. Make the character look exactly like you want them to look. Now let's continue on. Now this is where things really get kind of cool. So you've got your character origin and your deity affiliation. With your character origin, you can not only select kind of all these classic areas of the Forgotten Realms, you know, whether it's Baldur's Gate, Cormyr, the Dalelands, Mithranor, you can see all these different ones. But inside of those, you actually have a couple of different options as well. So, and as you choose these, you'll see my little background story changes. So, really kind of cool when you see some of that stuff. We're going to go to Mithranor, and let's see. Actually, I think we'll go with Cormyr, and we'll do Purple Dragon. Why not? But each one of these has a lot of different stuff, and I think I'm going to stick with the Purple Dragon. And then you get over to deity affiliation. Now, with your deity affiliation, you're going to see once we get into the game, we're going to be able to, every hour, we're going to be able to pray to our deity and get special bonuses. So we're going to go with, let's go with this one right here. There we go. We'll go with Ogma. I don't want to spend too much time there, but it does give you a lot of options. You have a lot of different deities that you can choose from. So let's name our character here. You guys know the name I'm going to use. There we go. And we've got all of our stuff. We can actually type in our own biography as well that people can see. And let's begin our adventure. Now, we're going to let this load up. Now, normally I would go through and do the, you know what, for a lot of you guys that haven't seen it, I'm going to run through this tutorial really quick, give you guys a little look here at what's going on. So everything is really easy to use. You know, pretty much all this communication, all this stuff that I'm doing with this guy right now, I'm doing it all with the keyboard. So I'm able to basically get all my quests, do all this different stuff, and I'm able to do that all with the keyboard. So very intuitive, very dynamic, very quick as well. So you're not sitting there clicking around. We can interact with these doors really quick by hitting F. You saw I can toggle the little quest path tracker with the Z key. If I just hit the Z, it'll go ahead and show that little sparkling dust on the ground. So here's our nemesis right here. Here's the first little mini boss that we're gonna have to take out. Right there, there he is. This gigantic hulking beast thing. So he's coming for us. She just summoned him, and he's waiting for us on the bridge. So off we go. Let's go ahead and cruise down here. Now I'm going to run through this really quick, like I said, but then I'm also going to show you a little bit of Limpy, who's obviously much higher level. So now to begin with, we've got some basic skills. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to be able to click and attack these monsters that are that are far away. Now not only can I click and attack, but I can also continue to move around while I'm attacking. So combat is very fluid, very dynamic, very action oriented, and I will get additional skills. You can see a lot of those are set right now, and they've got locks on them down below. You can see the full interface down below. So a lot of those do have locks on them right now, but they'll open up as I level up, which should be here in a little bit as I kind of pass through some of these quests. You see my experience bar down at the bottom. So that's gaining experience every single time I take one of these guys out. It's moving up just a little bit, not too much. You can hold down the mouse. There we go. I got a huge ton of experience right there for killing all those skeletons. So I got level 2. What that did, that actually opened up my astral seal, which allows you or your allies to gain health from striking them. So kind of cool. So right now I can't actually do that. That guy's not a target, so I can actually heal myself if I wanted to. But let's take these skeletons out real quick. And I want to show you guys this right here, which is showing off the different the different skills that I have and the different powers. And here's the daily powers, and we'll get into these a little bit later. You'd see I'm going to earn this one at level 4. This one I'm going to earn at level 3, so relatively quickly. Then you have class skills, which will show up at level 10, and these will fit into tabs. So you're going to be able to assign one of these at a time. You'll be able to use one of those anytime you press tab. Your encounter powers, which I don't have any of yet, those will fit right here in QER, and you'll be able to have 3 of those. And then your daily powers will fit right here in 1 and 2, and you'll be able to have 2 of those, but the second one doesn't unlock for a while. We'll get into feats and all that other stuff here in a little bit. I want to go ahead and keep moving along. I'm going to probably show you you guys a lot of that stuff once I get to Limpy, simply because he has all of that stuff unlocked. And so it's gonna give me the ability to show you guys everything, all the feats, all the companions, all of that stuff once I get to him. So we're gonna just keep cruising through with our. Now you can see here, every character has a little bit of a different defensive move. So the defensive move with this character, and you get to use that defensive move when you use shift, is whatever direction I hold down. If I hold down shift or press shift at the same time, it requires stamina for me to do that. But I'll be able to, as you saw right there, I was able to slide in a direction. And I'll be able to use that to avoid attacks, or I can actually use it as a skill to get myself into combat faster. So we're kind of calling it like the holy leap was the term that we kind of came up with, because doesn't really have a. So I can move out of the way of her attacks, you know, and she set that little thing on the ground there. And as anytime you use your, so it's called, they're just calling it dodge on here. You see it as she's setting kind of this area on the ground where her attack is going to show up. If I move out of the way of that, I can use that little holy leap, like I said, we're calling it, to get out of the way. Now here we go. Time for the Harbinger. The Harbinger of Doom, or Harbinger, whatever you guys want to call him. So let's get up there nice and quick. Take out all his little minions that are hanging out here in the front in the fray. I love the fact that every single time you kill one of these guys, we got level 3. All right, so you see right there we got level 3. So our first skill came into our combat skills right there into Q. We can also take a look at P. There we go, our new encounter power, Sunburst. So what does that do? 40 to 46 estimated damage. Invoke a blast of radiant light that burns foes and restores hit points to allies. So we're going to get ourselves into this little area right here, and we're going to go ahead and use that on all these things right there. So it takes all of them out, and it also will heal me as well. So a great little skill to have access to. Now you see these boss monsters, they have a much bigger health bar. So you see it's right there at the top. So we're going to go ahead and use that to get ourselves out of the way. And a lot of your big battles will take place just like this one is, where you're gonna be spending a lot of time on the defensive. Oh, my stamina is required, so I wasn't able to get out of the way there because I didn't have any stamina left. So we're just gonna have to run out of the way. So there we go. We'll heal ourselves, hurt him, take him out, get ourselves to level 4, and boom, what's up? So now we did also open up our very first daily power. As you can see right there, it says press 1 to summon a guardian of faith to smite your foes and heal your allies. Now to be able to use that, we're going to have to fill up our action points, which are right here down in this 20-sided die. So right now we're at 24%. We actually earn those from healing or from dealing damage, and each class earns them for different things. Essentially, like my fighter, who's basically a guardian, he will actually earn them also from defending, so holding up his shield and taking blows. So you can see that daily power showed up right here in level 4. But you can also see as we scroll down, like for example, at level 14, I'll get another, the next gradual step of Guardian of Faith, and it does much more damage, and all of these different ones. Now you can only use one of these in the beginning at a time, and 2 of these as you max out these 2 slots, and you're going to have to kind of adjust which skills you want to use, when you want to use them. So you're going to have to play a little strategy when you're going into battle. So essentially, if you're going into a boss battle, you want to make sure that you're using ones that are going to be complementary for the boss battle and stuff like that. So let's go ahead. We got ourselves a new little motivational symbol, so let's go ahead and take that. We can open up inventory by pressing I. We can see this is much better, so you can see 26 with 32 damage plus 24 power, much better than what I have equipped. Quick little double click and that will equip that for me. You can also see underneath when we're mousing over, changes if equipped. So that's kind of cool as well. So let's head out of here. Let's head to the city of Neverwinter. So portals offer a quick way out of dungeon instances. Thank you very much. So we're getting our load up right now. Another thing that's pretty cool is anytime you guys want to take a screenshot, you can hit B. It will make everything disappear. You can also see it does a little cool watermark down in the bottom right hand corner as well. So you can see there's actually a ton of people running around here. One thing that I really like, and you'll see as I run around, the cities really seem lively. Not only from the player characters that are running around, you can see a ton of player characters here, but also from the NPCs. NPCs are running around on a regular basis as well. Let's go ahead and complete that quest. Pick up the next one, so finding honor, so we're off. But you can see in the background you've got kind of these clouds and stuff like that, and you've got different weather. The sun looks amazing. You've got all these different vendors around. Let me talk about some of these bounty vendors really quick. So we can go in here, we can take a look at his store. We can sell our items real quick, but we can also say finished, and I want to go back to his store, and you see here he's got this kind of spell plague ward, and it's for 10 plague changed blood. Now you'll do different quests that you'll actually get these different items that you'll pick up off the monsters that you kill, and then you're going to come back and be able to trade these for these types of things and get these little bonuses. So there's all kinds of different buffs all around the game that you're going to be able to pick up, utilize, and all of that good jazz. Now we do have a lot of events that are going on in the game, and they're going on fairly regularly. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show you those events while I'm walking, so I'm going to have to stop. But you can see you can press L and bring up this whole Neverwinter event screen, and what happens is as you can see here, you got Orc Assault event level 13, so we can jump into this. And this is an assault. It's a PvP assault. You get a group together, and you're going to be able to take this event on. And when you take this event on, you're going to be able to earn additional, whatever this little symbol is up here, that's the additional thing you're going to earn. You're going to be able to earn additional astral diamonds. Like, for example, this dungeon for level 16, which this one is active right now. So I can queue for a party, but I'm too low level. I'm not going to do that. The cloak tower, I can queue for this. You will actually earn additional gear, so you'll earn high-level gear. I earned, I believe it was a pretty sweet bit of armor when I ran this cloak tower, but it's a full dungeon. These event dungeons are actually really long, and they're really, really fun. I gotta tell you guys, I had a lot of fun running. I ran a few dungeons yesterday, and had a lot of fun in them. And then you can earn additional experience by doing these quests, but no new quests seem appropriate for you now. So right now, the game just wants me to run around and kind of learn where things are in the game. But you've also got the foundry right here, and to me, I did a bunch of these quests, and I got to tell you, some of these are actually really, really well put together. So you can see here we can take on this quest. We're not going to do this right now. Let me tell you why. It's about a level 20 quest. So I wish they would do a little bit better job of describing in the description here what the quest level is, because you can see right there's Heldenfeld. I thought I gave it a higher review. I'm pretty sure I gave it a higher review than that. I don't remember giving it a 2. So anyways, it doesn't matter. It's actually pretty cool. It did have a little bug. It might be fixed now, I'm not sure. But you've got a bunch of different ones here that you can all run. And this is where I think the game is really going to get dynamic, is with all the player-created content. You're going to really find yourself in a situation where you just have an almost unlimited amount of content available to you that players can create. Imagine a player who's been playing D&D or had a group of people that they've been playing D&D, and they can all of a sudden adapt all that content into this world of Neverwinter, adapting all that campaign info, all that campaign content, creating all of these quest lines and stuff that you're going to be able to run. And some of them are pretty long, like that are 100+ minutes, which is pretty crazy to think about. Now you do have these upcoming events down here. So you see here you've got the Delzoon Crypts, which is for level 60, so not available for me, but you've got 22 minutes remaining. So if you're level 60, you can jump into that. You get bonus. It looks like bonus to gear. Then you've got PvP profession stuff. Then you've got skirmishes, which are PvP. You've got arena PvP. I'm sorry, skirmish is not PvP. Skirmish is an event, PvE event. Then you've got the arena PvP. Then you've got dungeon delves, and you've just got all kinds of different events going on all throughout the day. You can see every half an hour there's pretty much events going on. So you have a lot of different options there, which is, I mean, really, like I said, it's going to make the game really, really dynamic and really make the content fairly unlimited once the game is fully released and you just have the masses in there just creating all kinds of content. But for now, I am going to switch over to Limpy for you guys. So I want to take and show you guys a little bit of the higher level stuff. I'm going to be able to show you things like mounts and all kinds of other stuff too. So hang tight. Alright, so we're back in the character selection screen. So there we have Jelena Jensen level 4, but we're going to switch over to Limpy, and you can see he's decked out in some pretty awesome gear already at level 27. Right now, the level cap is level 40 in the beta test, but it will be level 60 once we get into the into full release. So it will have a high level cap. Now we're out here in the Pauper's Field, so we've got a bunch of different quests available to us. We've got much higher level characters. We can bring up our map. Now one thing that's really cool with our map is we can zoom in, we can zoom out. We can see all the different areas that we've got things going on. We've got a bunch of different quests going on. We can also see Go to the Undead and the Dying, which is this quest right here, and that's right over here in this door. You can also see there's my companion. Let's bring up, I'm going to bring up our character sheet. Take a look at this real quick. So you can see here, here's all the different armor. I do have a couple of blue pieces of armor. I did have some other blue pieces of armor, but it wasn't as good as some of the greens that I got. You can also take and see that every 10 levels, you're going to be able to assign some additional attributes, which is really kind of cool. Then we've got all my powers, so you can see, remember I was talking about the daily powers, you can see how as I've leveled up, I've gained access to new powers in all of these different sections, whether it be my at-will powers, which are basically just my click powers, so like left and right click. Am I getting attacked? Nope, that's somebody else over here. Another thing that's really cool is you see here, like this is this guy. This guy is attacking that monster. Now I can come in and I can actually help him, and if I needed to kill that, we would actually both get credit for killing that. So there's no kill stealing. Everybody gets credit if you're in the vicinity of a monster, or of let's say you've got to pick up a book, or you've got to pick up an item off the ground. Everybody's going to have access to those items, is going to be getting credit for those. So you're not going to have camping or all of that kill stealing that goes on inside of different quests. But let's get back to the powers and stuff like that. So these are all my right and left click items. These are all the encounter powers, which will go in Q, E, and R. These are all the daily powers. These will go into the 1 and 2 slot, and then like I said, we'll fill up with the action points. Then I have my class powers, and I can switch different ones. Those will go into tab. And then I have general, which these are more my racials. Then you have feats, and this is where your customization really comes into play. When you get into your feats, as you can see here, I've got a bunch of these points assigned, and as I move up, like my next feat point that I get, I will actually be able to put in here, and then once I get this fully filled up with 20 points, then I will be able to start choosing from these paragon trees, depending upon kind of how I want to structure my character, whether I want him to be more a conqueror, a guardian, a tactician. Each one has its own different types of feats that are more along the lines of the subclass that exists. So this is where your character customization, and everybody can be different, and everybody is really going to probably start creating builds that are going to be more advantageous if you select this and this and this. But a lot of these ones in this guardian area, which I'll probably select from, like you see here, reaction heals you for an additional 3, 6, 9, 12, 15%. Or this one, for example, when you take damage from a critical hit, you gain more defense, so actually helping you. Now moving on to the companions. In the companion section, you can see right now I have my one companion Muppet. Now the companions you're able to outfit with these rune stones, and you're able to select different rune stones to put in there, and then the different rune stone options are locked or empty depending upon what level they are. They'll earn different ones, and they'll open up, and you'll be able to assign different ones to these companions. You could choose all kinds of different companions as well, whether they be kind of the guardian or protector or shield wearing, basically tank type, or they're going to be like this one, which is a cleric, which is a healer, or you're going to have DPS, everything ranging from your close combat DPS to your ranged AoE DPS. Now each one of these, they will actually earn experience with you as well, and you'll need to send them off to train. So I can send this one off to train. It's going to take 55 minutes. Sure, why not? We'll send you off to train. We can also rush that training by using 1,479 astral diamonds and stuff like that. So there we go. So I actually used the diamonds, completed my training, got level 13. I actually didn't mean to do that, but oh well, I'll live. So you can also look at the stats and effects of this character, see what their health is, what their power is, all of that different stuff. And then you have all these empty companion slots, which you can take and then have additional companions that you'll be able to bring out at different times depending upon what you feel you need. Now, we're into a little bit of a battle here, so let's show you guys some of the higher level content as far as the combat is concerned. And I'll start earning up. Now I can take, if I time these blows correctly, I can take and actually let them try and swing at me, and then hold down my shift key and I'll actually block. Now right there, what I have, that last skill that I just used is actually a pretty awesome skill. I'll show you guys. This skill, your weapon collides with your enemy's skull, causing death if your target would have less than 15, 20, or 25% health. What was really awesome is I did an event last night, and because the boss was under 15%, I actually did like 16,000 damage. So it was pretty awesome. That's the biggest hit that I have so far. But let's cruise into here and get ourselves into some more action before I take off. I've got about 3 minutes before I take off. I'm gonna jump on my mount real quick for you guys, so you guys can see what the. Oh, maybe I'm not. I'm gonna have to exit so I can show you guys the mount. I'll show you guys my little horse that I got. Now there's all kinds of different mounts. I also wanted to talk to you guys about the astral diamonds real quick. The astral diamonds are kind of a premium currency. You guys will know, so that you guys can see the mount. Let's get it in the light a little bit so you can see all the detail on the mount and all the you can see all the muscle fibers and stuff like that, which is pretty awesome. But when I was talking about the astral diamonds here, let's scroll up. So you see here I've got these astral diamonds. I also have rough astral diamonds. You earn the rough astral diamonds whether I do things like pray to my deity, or when I'm completing quests, when I'm completing events, all kinds of different stuff like that. You'll get astral diamonds, and then you'll be able to trade those astral diamonds for actual Zen. So, and then you'll be able to buy, but you'll be able to buy things with the astral diamonds. But the Zen is obviously the premium currency, and then you'll be able to buy things with that premium currency in the game's cash shop. So you can actually earn the game's premium currency, buy things in the cash shop with that. So you're not going to have to always feel like you got to spend cash. Now we're going to open up our temporary altar here. You can see at the top there, I've got my my skill right here, which is this invocation, which I can then talk to my god, and basically I'm going to get a bunch of bonuses. So there we go. I got a minor damage bonus. I got some of those rough astral diamonds, and I got 5 experience for doing that little invocation. Now another thing that I want to show you guys really quick is every class has its own dungeon, or I don't even know what to call it. It's called like a it's just a skill. So like right here I get dungeoneering, but if I'm inside of a dungeon or whatever, let's see if I can actually find a node. You'll find these different nodes, and those nodes will actually take things like arcana or religion or thievery, and depending upon your class, well then your class will then be able to utilize their skill and open up that node. So you only have one skill depending upon your class you have. So what you have to essentially do is make sure that that you have, if you're running a dungeon, that you have as many classes as possible. But what the game has done, nicely enough, is they have taken. Let me get my block up. What the game has done is they have actually taken. Let me not die. Now this is my favorite skill right here. I can take and wail away on this guy, and I can actually heal myself. Maybe not. Did I hit the wrong skill? I think I did. Or maybe I switched it out because I'm almost dead here. Maybe I switched it out because I get wailed on. I have to keep using my potions because my I must have switched it out. Pretty funny. Oh, I did. I switched it out when I was running the dungeon last night. That's all right. I'll take that. I took him out. Took him downtown. There we go. So, I had to get a little focus there, guys, because I didn't want to die. Anyways, like I was saying, you can take and you get those little items. I actually could have come and fought him right here and been healing myself the entire time. So those little nodes will show up, and if you don't have the class that will be able to open one of those little nodes, you can always buy just from a normal vendor. They don't cost much, like 50 copper or whatever. You can always buy these little nodes of power, and they'll allow you that skill for about 3 minutes, and then you'll be able to open up those nodes. And now those nodes can do a lot of different things. They'll do everything from opening secret doors and giving you access to little special areas, to giving you crafting items, to finding gear, to there's all kinds of different things that can come along with opening up those nodes. So it really becomes advantageous for you to pay attention to that and actually open up those nodes. Let me make sure. I need to make sure that I have Fighter's Recovery. I do. I just switched the slot it's in, so I need to pay attention here. But you saw as I attacked and as I did battle, my action points filled up in my little 20-sided die right there. And so you'll see that you see that orange filling up there right now. I'm gonna get out of the way of this battle white. This guy's gonna do damage. He's gonna try to do damage. I'm gonna block it all. Now I can't block forever. And I'm gonna see. You can actually see my. You can actually see my shield is red right now. So I'm kind of in a situation where I'm not able to block anymore. But I was able to heal myself utilizing that Fighter's Recovery skill. I need to take this Deathlock White out. He's doing way too much damage to me. Now I'm on the verge of getting access to my skill again. There we go. Now I can start wailing on all these guys and heal myself up. Probably my favorite skill in the game, to be honest with you. Take him out. Oh, my companion died. Now, when your companion dies, or when somebody else dies in your party, you can take and you can just run up to them, hit F real quick, and you'll get them up and about. And she popped up pretty quickly because there was no monsters around. So let me see what else I want to show you guys, because I'm pretty much out of time. Let's see here. So we got our character sheet. We went through all that, went through the feats, the characters, the companions, our powers. There's our social, which shows all of our friends and stuff like that. The L shows off all the events. This shows off all the different things that you're queued to, as well as the calendar, which right now doesn't have anything, but I'm sure later on it will. You can also go to the catalog here and see all those different foundry quests that you have access to. The J will show your quest journal, so you can either share or abandon those quests, see all the different quests that you're on. H will show help. We'll go ahead and close that out. I is your inventory. U is your guild management, which we're not in a guild right now. M is, of course, your map. And all of these, all these maps are pretty good in size. They're pretty large. B will get rid of all of your interface. Oh yeah, the other thing that I wanted to show you guys. Check this out. So you guys always want customization. You always want the ability to rearrange your HUD, things of that nature. There you go. You have the full ability to change the sizes of all these windows, change their placing, move them all around. I can actually take and hit shift and escape, move it back if I screw up. So you have full ability to move around and customize your UI in any way that you want to, which I really think is a cool option, and especially that they're having it right from the get-go. T will auto run your character. We can also take and let's see what else we can do here. C will bring up your character sheet. X will take at active events. You'll also find that when you're in the big open areas, in some of the big open areas, there's all kinds of just random events that will happen. You know, you'll just be collecting like relics that are on the ground and stuff like that at all kinds of random times, which is really kind of cool. So, but either way, guys, I've gone way over my time, so I'm going to have to call it right there. I hope you guys enjoyed today's trip inside the den. Don't forget to subscribe and keep yourself updated as each new episode is released. Also, don't forget to like and comment on these videos, as we really do appreciate all that feedback. Now, if you'd like to play or learn more about Neverwinter, you can read all of the information that we have on it currently at MMODen, or just click the link in the description. So till next time, thanks for watching.